A very good morning, masters. Welcome everyone for a 21-day pyramid session. Today we have a special speaker, Srujana. She was born and raised in India. She resides in Dallas, Texas now with her husband and son. And she currently works as a software engineer. So in the year 2020, Srujana experienced spiritual awakening after hitting her emotional rock bottom. So this led her to seek healing and the spiritual path. She has been a mindfulness practitioner since then. Srujana is a multifaceted creative who finds solace in creative pursuits. She is an artist, a writer, and a budding children's book illustrator, a firm believer in self-love and continuous learning. Srujana is passionate about mindfulness, personal growth, and creativity. Let us hear from Srujana today. So welcome, Srujana. Over to you.
Thank you, Sushma Master, for the kind words and introduction. So, good morning, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. As part of Pyramid Earth, it's my honor to come here and speak today, share my knowledge as someone who's been recently introduced to pyramids and the concept of pyramids. So, little background about my journey and what kind of thought process I come from. So, in 2020, I was not new to the term meditation or the importance of meditation. I first time experienced meditation in the year, I think 2002, when I was living in Coimbatore, and I was actually living closer to Isha Center. It was not as famous as it is today, but it was just a small spiritual space with dhyana lingam and some meditation spaces around the idol. So I just followed. I was a school going student, and when my father took me to that place as a visitor, I read the instructions about how to meditate, and I sat there and attempted to meditate. That was my first experience with meditation. It felt very calm and peaceful, and I understood that there is some power or some changing, influencing factor to this practice. But then meditation never became an active part of my everyday. I used to hear about it on and off, do sometimes, but it was not an active aspect of my lifestyle. And then I got busy with my academics and all the rat race and academic pursuits and goals. And then after I moved to the United States for my master's, I got a job, I got married, I had a son, I was a new mother. In the year 2020, along with COVID, I had some personal life experiences that led me to question my own existence. I was in emotional pain, I was suffering mentally and emotionally, though on the physical side and how it looked from the outside, everything was fine. Everything looked great, but within I was not happy and I was a new mother. So I didn't want that kind of energy to be around a new baby with my baby. So I wanted to do something, reach out for help, but I didn't want to go the traditional route. I did try therapy, but I felt that was not giving me the kind of peace or tranquility that I was seeking. So that led me to seek alternative forms of medicine and healing and chakra healing and inner child healing and all of those. I took a bunch of workshops from different masters, from different people across the world. And it really helped me heal that aspect of myself that I was suffering from at that point of time. So when I really experienced the impact of all this that had on me, a big part of it was meditation and yoga. Again, meditation was not an everyday practice, but I was doing on and off, and I was following a bunch of different techniques. And every time I did, I had some sort of outcome out of it, some sort of relaxation, some sort of healing. But then it was overwhelming because I was trying anything and everything, like anything and everything that existed, and any other master that I felt called to. It all sort of fell into place, and I had like an awakening where I experienced a no ego state continuously for few weeks, where all I did was crying and weeping with gratitude. I think that was a great release that I had. And the very first time I experienced how to exist without any ego. My outside had looked the same, my problems looked the same, way people perceived me looked the same, but my inner world has totally transformed. I was able to see what true peace means. I felt connected to every living and non-living thing. I was like, no matter what happened, irrespective of what people said or what challenges I had, the same stress levels I was going through, but my experience from within was totally transformed. So that's the point where I got to see for myself what it means to live in a supreme consciousness, a bit an experience of that consciousness, of feeling more connected to nature. Earlier, I used to be a nature enthusiast, but I got lost in all of this and I could not appreciate my surroundings. But then I started, and I felt very deep, deep connection, a lot of empathy for everyone, even to those who hurt me over the years, that actually caused my emotional trauma, and I was going through the healing. I forgave everyone and everything that was a reason for my suffering. It was a beautiful experience that I cannot put into words. But that was the moment I realized there is something beyond our physical reality. There is something that's what I was seeking was something ulterior. There is some ulterior motive for all these beings on earth, why we are here, the purpose. I was able to kind of get an understanding of my purpose, and to get back to that inner child that was lost, and that gave me the true joy. So, in all of this process, mindfulness, self awareness, meditation, and yoga played a very key role in my life. But again, meditation has not become like an everyday thing. Then, as I progressed last year, I came to know about PSSM through a friend, Mahalakshmi. And anything spiritual, I am always eager to learn and explore. So that led me to look at PMC channels, and I came across wonderful masters and their experiences, which I resonated, because at that point I had enough awareness about what a true spiritual path means, and what is the way to get into to experience that true spiritual being, like not just operating from body consciousness like ego and separateness, but that true feeling of oneness. Since I experienced a part of it briefly, I could understand that every master that's speaking on the PMC YouTube or PSSM, or anybody that I came across from that philosophy, I was resonating very deeply, and I instantly got connected and started showing up and their meeting them in person, and also listening to their online sessions. I happened to also attend a little bit of inner child healing by Saroja Master last year, which also was a very breakthrough that I had, a good breakthrough that I had. So out of all this, one thing that I recently came across was the pyramid energy that our masters often talk about. as part of PSSM, because the core principle is to spread awareness about pyramid energy. A little background of what pyramids meant to me before I started thinking about it. So, the first time, as we all know, Egypt pyramids was the awareness that I had. I knew they were mystical, I knew they were special. It was not just for preserving. I mean, though it looks like it's used for preserving bodies and mummies and all of that. I knew there was some mystical factor to it, and I used to read a lot about it because I was always curious, very curious, and interested in the non-physical things. I used to be called to do research and read a lot about occult and the non-physical realities. So the main thing that struck me about pyramids when I was in college in engineering, I read a book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So he uses the analogy of pyramid as being the ultimate goal of any person in one's life. It's just an analogy. It's not anything of about the pyramid, but that somehow struck me that pyramids kind of play some role in self-discovery, in a person's soul purpose or self-discovery. So that was one aspect that I remember. And then when I came across, all my fellow meditators and masters talking a lot about how they use the pyramid power, being the curious person I am and being given my background, I do a lot of research left, right, and center before I commit to something, before I believe in something. So today I want to speak about pyramids based on the research that I did. Even though I've heard a lot about it, I wanted to experiment and read and do my own research before I fully promote the concept of pyramid earth. And an inner knowing came to me that it is all very true. It is all very real, even though it's not scientifically proven. Because science, as much as science is advanced and it's proving a lot of things, it is still has a long way to provide theoretical evidence, like evidential theory about spirituality or anything metaphysical, right? Already it started. The concept of quantum physics in itself is like it's talking about law of attraction. So science does make progress, but it still takes time. It's still not there yet. But the wisdom that our masters and enlightened beings from different cultures across the world have have already known about pyramids and how powerful they are as a structure and how they can help with the ascension of the earth, and how our different how as humans as souls can benefit from it. So as I was researching, I came across two books, The Secret Power of Pyramids by Bill Skrull and Ed Petit, and Pyramid Power is another book. So I'd like to give a brief overview about why uh, this concept came into existence and how they've actually did some research, personal experiments. As Patriji said, whatever Patriji said, everything exactly has been said in a different way by different people across the world. So it's not something that does not exist. When it's coming from different cultures across the world, the enlightened masters already know about it. It already is in existence. It's only that our physical reality or the physical world that revolves around science is yet to get there. But it's up to us to try to experiment, do our own research, to feel the energy ourselves. Is when we realize that, okay, this is real. So, as part of that, I started doing experiments at my home with fruits, with pyramids. That's where I started, and I started noticing it. By really seeing that the fruits that I keep under the pyramid do not rot for days together, while the ones outside do. So definitely there is energy, definitely there is power. So I was curious. I wanted to learn more about it. So I'd like to begin with the secret power of pyramids. So the concept of pyramid energy, and that it has, it's not just a structure, but it's a very sacred space for spiritual progression and energy was became popular in the 1970s. So most of the books or research that was done around pyramids was done in the years like around that decade of 1970s. So the books that I also came across were from that timeline. The Secret Power of Pyramids. It explored the mysterious and the powerful effects that the pyramid structure has on the physical and metaphysical phenomenon. So a brief gist is that the pyramid energy, especially those who were familiar with the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, they came to a realization that it created a unique form of energy. So that energy was beneficial to both the living as well as the non-living matter, not just the living. It's not just for preserving bodies. I mean, part of the reason why bodies are preserved under a pyramid is because it has that ability to do that. It has that ability, that powerful mechanism is there inside that powerful structure. So the authors conducted numerous experiments and evidence. They have some anecdotal evidence where pyramid structure was uh, they used pyramid structures to preserve food. And as our masters, I've heard from our masters at PSSM that they were able to sharpen razor blades as well. I mean, the razor blades used to remain blunt razors would become sharpened when placed under pyramid structures. And the plants, they experimented with plants. When you grow plants outside a pyramid structure and inside a pyramid, you'll clearly notice that the growth is very fast. It's faster, more healthier for plants. And they also noticed with animals that they had some experiments with pets being under the pyramid structure, and their behavior has changed. They became more calmer and very very mellowed down, very calm presence. So these were different ways to experiment, because to tell the world that it really has something. It's not just a structure, but it has an energy that enhances the experience of living and non-living matter. So when animals and plants they're able to see these results. Obviously, they also noticed that for the psychic abilities of humans have also improved when they meditate under the pyramid structure. So the authors were also claiming that the pyramid shape, that whole shape, had the ability to concentrate cosmic energy. Cosmic energies, again, different cultures talk about in different ways, like prana, shi in the Chinese cultures. And overall, the concept is similar. It's the cosmic energy is the universal consciousness, that energy that flows within the universe. So this pyramid structure has the ability to get a concentrated stream of that consciousness, which helps with these effects on both living and non-living matter. So there's already a historical, mystical context because of the Egypt and the civilization that they built a whole civilization around pyramids. And it was not merely tombs, because they were extremely advanced. It was an extremely advanced culture, that they realized that pyramids are more powerful. They knew that they were the bridge between the physical and the non-physical realities. So the afterlife, they had evidence in the sense their experiences that led to afterlife connection with the pyramids was also a part of why Egypt civilization was around pyramids. So basically they came to a hypothesis, or what, according to science it's hypothesis, but according to many cultures and spiritual path, people, it's not just a structure or for tombs or for preserving something, but it's an energy device. It's a spiritual tool that can enhance us progress with our spiritual journey, because it gives us access to multiple realities that's not physical. So their experiments and experiences with pyramid power has been beneficial to them in their personal lives as well. So they started using it for their physical healing, to heighten their spiritual awareness and all of that. So similar knowledge and similar concepts were also revealed in another book called the Pyramid Power. So this is from a scientist who, again, I read about him. He is not an ordinary scientist. He was a child prodigy, because when he was 14 years old itself, he created something called, I can't remember, some neurotransmitter kind of a device that can send sound through your skin to the brain. And he was just a 14-year-old, and the US government has approved that and has given him a patent. So he's an very experienced, very gifted scientist, I must say. So he did similar experiments with pyramids in 1970s again, around the same decade. So I noticed that even Patriji's teachings about pyramids also had around the similar timeline. So, but like it was like connecting dots for me, like different cultures, different people, different, both around, scientists are, they're experimental. They're not just, they don't believe what they see. They have to do research. They have to do those experiments to come to an evidence. Okay, this is something real. And this person also talks about the same thing. He suggested that pyramids act as a funnel. They act as a funnel or accumulator for the energy, because it has that ability to concentrate cosmic energy, which helps in healing, both physical and spiritual, for any being, both the living and non-living matter. So this concentrated energy is what has that ability to heal and has that restorative properties. There is also another aspect that he mentioned about scalar waves and electromagnetism. So scalar wave is a type of wave that is able to transmit energy at a faster than light speed, or electromagnetic fields. So pyramids help with that. So that is one of the main reasons why when we meditate and we hear experiences from people under the pyramid structure, is because it has these scalar waves. It has the ability to access, worlds or frequencies that are faster than at light speed. So in a nutshell, it's like the pyramid shape can act as an antenna for that cosmic or terrestrial electromagnetic energies, which provides that focused access of those frequencies or waves, thus amplifying them, just like how an antenna does, right? It gets the frequencies and streams it to our devices. Exactly the similar concept. So that focused energy will then interact with the biological systems within the person or the being that's inside the structure, the pyramid structure, which potentially helps in healing and balancing the body's energies. So be it the animal or the plant or us humans, it's the same. So the sacred geometry concept you might have heard already as part of these talks, uh, because it's a concept. The pyramid is built on that concept of sacred geometry and the golden ratio, the phi ratio, which is inherently connected to the universal law of harmony and balance. So many people across many cultures have spoken about it, and it's been very the more I researched, the more I read about it. It's been very consistent across the globe, across the physical earth. Whatever people claim the pyramid power is, it's been very consistent. There hasn't been, different theories around it. It's been consistent, very similar, they basically talk the same thing. So another person that I came across, actually, I came across this person on social media, on Instagram. He is a mystic, is a current new age mystic. He's from Argentina. Okay, uh, um, he's a Spanish spiritual master. So he talks about pyramids as well in today's generation. He's not from the 1970s or who did research, but this person is a mystic, and he had the ability to remember his past lives. So at a very young age, so he was considered a spiritual master who has knowledge from the Greek philosophy, from the Atlantis, from that aspect. Even from that aspect, he talks about the same thing about the pyramids. That pyramids are not just tombs; they were not just tombical structures to store bodies, or to as a matter of regality for kings, but they're very powerful tools for spiritual enhancement for humans on earth. So that was I'm trying to find his name. Yeah, Matias Di Stefano is his name. He's an Argentina. He lives in Argentina-based spiritual master. So he had a special ability to remember past lives, and he has knowledge from other dimensions. So with that knowledge, he made his teachings around pyramids very similar to what we've just discussed, and what Patriji says and what all these books say. It's very similar. So though he talks about a different culture, different timeline, the Atlantis and the Greek philosophy, the energetic structure, the importance, the cosmic concentration of energy through pyramid is all ditto. It's the same, though the culture is different. So he also says that the Egyptians were so intelligent at that time, no matter thousands of years ago, that they built these pyramids particularly with an understanding that they could manipulate the Earth's energy grid. They could manipulate the Earth's energy grid because these are they are known as the ley lines. That is the bridge between the other worlds and the physical Earth. So this is one reason why when we meditate under these structures, we get access to different timelines, because time is an illusion. It's a part of the physical reality, but from an outer consciousness, from a supreme consciousness point of view, time can be accessed. It's an illusion. So the different timelines can be accessed, which helps in healing. Sometimes your accessing past life timeline will help heal some people because they have some unknown issues or unknown karmic baggages that they suffer from in their current physical reality. So many people have shared such experiences, and so my point is, the more I read I just don't go just because someone told me. Like, being that kind of skeptical person, this led me to a rabbit hole of different masters from different cultures saying the same thing, and how it really helps with ascension, and how it can really make us achieve that oneness, that to come out of the body consciousness and get into that oneness, which our planet Earth is in dire need. So the pyramid Earth concept in itself is a beautiful way, though science may not prove it yet. It will do at some point. It may take, years or centuries, we're not sure, but a wisdom that's been there around for 1,000 years is still valid. irrespective of it being in the books, by the books of and all these experiments have been done by scientists. They're not mere by they've been equally done by scientists and mystics, scientists who are very traditionally approached to a concept or experiment. When they believe, they understand, though it has a metaphysical aspect to it, they understand and they experienced it, they saw it firsthand. So unless we experiment, unless we try to dwell deep into it, unless we try to meditate under it and see the consequences and experiences, we may not able to understand how impactful this whole concept of having a pyramid on earth is. And I urge everyone who is skeptical to please do that. Do your own experiments, do your own research, uh, take part in meditations under that structure, and see for yourself, see what your soul gives you. And with that, I'd like to conclude today's talk and give it back to Sushma Master or Bhavani Master for meditation.
Thank you very much, Srujana. Very interesting. So first, let us do meditation and then we'll do the Q&A.
Sure.
So masters, everyone, sit comfortable. Relax yourself. If you have any eyewear, please remove them. Clasp your hands, cross your legs, gently close your eyes. Last 5 minutes, masters. Last 1 minute, masters. Fill your hands with love and gratitude. Say thank you to Brahmarshi Pitama Patrici. Mother for her love and compassion, and to all the participants here for sharing their beautiful energies, and to yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whenever you are comfortable, slowly come back to this place. Feel the surroundings and feel the body. And slowly unclasp your hands. Place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You may slowly open your eyes, masters, with beautiful smiles. Hope everyone has come out of the meditation. Thank you, everyone. So anyone has any questions, anything to share to Master Srujana, please unmute yourself and speak. I see a chat from Ravindra Garu saying, excellent master, explained very clearly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Srujana. Thank you for sharing your journey, and then thank you how it changed your life so beautifully. And then thanks for explain so very well on pyramid energies too. Thank you so much. And the meditation is really good, Sushma. Thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you, Srujana. It was beautiful, beautiful sharing how you have shared, right? How you were awakened in that situation. Like to outside world, it looks good, but inside there is lot of the turmoil. Actually, even I can relate that too. Everything was normal. Everything looks good from the outside, but inside that Sagara Matanam was there for me too. Which for that I also started seeking from the spiritual wisdom or spiritual knowledge. So I can relate it so much. And you have beautifully put, Srujana, all the pyramid related concepts, right? You have brought the relation from the 70s to 90s and to present masters. It is always there. It's a mystic structures beyond what we learned from our school days. So, yeah, beautifully said. You have shared beautiful books. Thank you so much, Srujana. Loved it. Always you you rock the sessions.
Yeah,
Thank-
this I should say thank you to because it helped me, do my own research and develop that inner knowing. Yes, that yes, this is true, this is real. Now I want to, experiment more and more and try out and see for myself. And I'm already doing it, but it has increased my intention even more. So
Beautiful. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I just want to say it's really great presentation, and really you have done a lot of work on that. The studies, knowledge, wisdom you shared today, really it's enlightened little a certain extent. Definitely, I totally agree. You have done a lot of research, and you continue sharing all these experiences, knowledge. You have a lot of potential on that. You study your studies and your experience with the match of that. It will help a lot of people to understand that pyramid energy and meditation.
thank you, sir.
That's
I hope.
truly helpful. Just one doubt I have, question. You may do some research on that also. The I feel little like the oneness and past life experience,
Mm-hmm.
right? Incarnation. These two, if it is oneness, the past life experience, we should not remember those past life experience. I don't need an answer right now, but probably I see you do a lot of studies and research also. You can later we can have some discussion on that, like that, right?
Yeah.
And how they both relate. If it is oneness, once it is we detach from physical body, it is gone, and we go into that universal thing, oneness, right? And
So, yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
at that point, we should have all past life experience. We should have forgotten at that point, right? So that may be certain we need to understand. I need to understand. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I can answer that. So, based on my understanding of, all of the well-being on the spiritual path, is oneness is the experience of oneness is an experience that is not seeing. It's like a no ego state. That is, you cannot differentiate yourself from the other person or another animal or another tree. That experience that we are all just a piece of the supreme consciousness is that aspect or concept of oneness. Like I am the light, but so are you. So I'm able to see that light within myself and also the people around me. So that is the concept of oneness. Past life is again beyond the physical reality, like as a soul, the soul journey. That's where past life and different timelines come into picture. But the concept of oneness can be experienced even when on the physical plane. It's just that we need to become awakened and on the path of enlightenment, and that's when we get to realize it comes from a very deep sense of relief and feeling that okay, we are all the same, no matter what we do, how our statuses look, how our physical appearances look, how there are different things we are conditioned to believe that the society makes us believe as we grow up. That causes differences, right, in different ways, in different beings. So the eradication of all of that will help us feel that oneness. I had a deep experience of that, though briefly during my awakening, but that is a very beautiful feeling, and that's when I realized what my true purpose in this lifetime is. Actually, it was part of it. I hope I got.
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah, got it. Thank you. You are really a great orator also. Definitely, continue educating others. It's great
Thank
blissfulness. Thank you.
Thank you, Praveenji. So Praveen is from the Omega team. So thank you for joining today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else has any questions, masters? I don't see any more questions, so I think we can conclude today's session. So thank you everyone for joining, and thank you, Srujana.
Thank you to Meditation Magic and Omega Pyramid for this opportunity to share my thoughts.
Thank you,
and learnings. Thank you.
So this program is from the Omega team
And
collaborating with the PSSM.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, and we will see you again tomorrow with another wonderful speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.